Hi, this is Chrissy with GoddessAthlete.com talking to you guys about my new book, the RAD Triad, which just came out a few weeks ago and is for sale online. I'll include the link with the description to this video so that you can go get your own copy. As most of you are setting New Year's resolutions, trying to find out how can I be healthier for 2010, and hopefully the RAD Triad will give you easy action steps that you can start today to help you. Now, what does RAD and RAD Triad stand for? It stands for rest, activity, and diet, because with a balance of those three, you're more likely to have an integrated and a balanced, healthy body. And that's really what the triad is about. It's about how do you create that for yourself, because what makes me healthy might not be the best thing for you. Each of us is different. We each require different foods, we require different activity and rest patterns, and if we try to mold ourselves into this diet or this workout program, it's never going to work long term, because our bodies are each unique, they're each desiring something different. And what the book does is teaches you how to listen to your body's signals so that you can do that for yourself. You still may need someone to help you design a program or to help you figure out some stuff, but you're more in tune with what your body's trying to tell you. And in regards to diet, because that seems to be the topic on everyone's mind, especially around the new year, is what do I need to eat to be healthy? What do I need to eat to lose weight and to feel great? Well, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about how you can do that and how you can start today, because waiting till the new year or waiting until after the holidays or after your birthday or after whenever date you've set is only postponing what you could start today. And it doesn't have to be huge. Each of the steps that you take are small, but adding those small steps up over time makes a huge difference, and you'll notice a huge difference in your health. And my clients can attest to the fact that I don't make them change things overnight, that they don't have to do these huge dramatic changes with their diet, their exercise, or anything like that. It's those small steps that they take every day that actually get them the results over time that they're looking for. So when we're looking at diet, what you need to consider is what foods are going to make you the healthiest. And although there have been lots of movies out criticizing the fast food industry and all of our packaged foods, if you look at the shopping carts of most people, they still have a lot of bags, boxes, cans, bottles in their carts. It's not fresh foods. And unfortunately, it's the fresh foods that are going to give you the most nutritional value. They're going to help you balance what I call you have a sensory and a nutritional balance. And the fresh foods give you that. All the things in the packages, the cans, the bottles, the boxes, the bags, they put you into sensory overload and nutritional deprivation. They have calories. In the United States, we're not short on those, but we tend to be short on the nutrients, on the antioxidants, the vitamins, the minerals, the things that your body needs and each cell needs in order to stay healthy. And one of the things I really look at and study is cellular biology. What makes a cell healthy? Because if you know how to make one cell healthy, then you know how to make your entire body healthy, as all we are is lots and lots of cells. And when we put too many processed foods in our bodies, in addition to the toxins in the air we breathe or the water we drink or bathe in, our bodies are so overwhelmed that they don't know what to do, and they actually end up developing disease and illness because the toxic level is more than the body can handle. So by incorporating fresher foods into your diet, you can actually experience greater health and not have that sensory overload from all the caffeine, the added sugars, the artificial sugars. They're not any better than the actual sugar itself. Sodium, caffeine, all of those things, the natural flavors, they're all stimulating to the body, which means we crave those foods more and more. I've never heard one of my clients say, you know what, Chrissy, I'm really craving lettuce today. I can't get enough of it. Your body has a natural shut-off mechanism. When you eat healthy foods, when you eat whole foods, your body at some point doesn't want them anymore. It says, okay, I've had enough. But when you eat your processed foods, there's no shut-off mechanism. There's so much stimulation with all the flavors and all the artificial things that it just stimulates your senses so that you want more and more. And it's hard to hear that shut-off mechanism that says, oh, you're done, because guess what? You probably shouldn't have been eating any in the first place. And shouldn't in the fact that that it's not ideal for your body's health. I always tell my students and my clients, don't should on yourself. There is nothing that you should or should not do. It's always your choice and it's always up to you. But what you have to look at is what kind of results do you want. And if you want results that are going to give you a great physique, give you lots of energy, and make you not have to be reliant on different medications for the rest of your life, then it's the whole foods that are going to do the trick. And by whole foods, I mean fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fresh meats, and nuts. And you notice that there are several categories from the food pyramid that aren't in there, because things like grains and dairy actually cause a lot of health problems for many people. Many people are lactose intolerant, especially as we get older, because we're designed to drink milk from our mother, and then once we've weaned off of that, we're supposed to eat solid food. And if you look at most cultures, America tends to be one of the very few that continues to drink milk from other animals, when other cultures say, okay, we've moved on to solid foods. So our bodies, as we get older, stops making the enzyme that digests milk, because we're not supposed to be drinking it for our entire life. The other food that people tend to have a problem with are grains, especially because grains are not just in your rice bowls and breads anymore. There are gluten products. Gluten is a protein that's in grains, and it's in shampoos, conditioners, gum, salad dressings. It's pretty much in everything. If you have anyone who has a gluten intolerance or celiac disease, they will tell you that gluten is virtually in every product, as is corn and soybeans nowadays. Now those types of foods are causing a lot of people problems and not allowing them to experience optimal health. So when you're looking at what do I choose, it's going to be best to choose the foods that you can eat fresh and minimally processed. Things like beans and grains, we cannot eat them without cooking the heck out of them or processing them to some large extent. So you want to focus on foods that you can eat in their natural state as much as possible. Like when you're eating your meats, you want to sear them or dehydrate them. You can do your sashimi or your sushi if you eat raw fish, but you don't want to char your meat, as that causes carcinogens to form on the outside of the meat. And you want to make sure that if you're consuming your fruits and vegetables, you do so in a fresh state, or as fresh as possible. So lightly steaming your vegetables as opposed to buying them fried or canned, where a lot of the nutrients are actually drained out of the food. And it's very interesting to look at our food processing industry, in that a lot of the foods that we're consuming, again, if you look at people's shopping carts, even though we know that fruits and vegetables are good for us, most people go for what's convenient. And I tell people, what's more convenient than picking up an apple and taking a bite? You don't have to prepare it. It doesn't have to be a big elaborate meal, but that's going to provide you more nutrient balance. It's going to give you some calories and a lot of nutrients, a lot of antioxidants. They're going to keep the cells in your body healthy. So when you're looking at these types of things, you want to look for, what does my body need? Not what's convenient, not what's easiest, but what can I do today to make a difference? And one is to look at the foods you're consuming and see how you can start to work in more fresh foods. It doesn't have to be an overnight change, but again, that's what the RAD Triad, my book, is about. How do you make a change today? And then how can you make that same change for the next couple of weeks until it becomes a habit? And then you start to build on that until you've made lots of changes over a period of time that give you better health. So I'm going to include the link so you can check